To achieve a radical turnaround for a struggling franchise like the Orlando Magic, I've accepted that being safe isn't the attitude that's going to lead to a championship. It's time to be bold and time to claim a style and find players that fit for immediate and future success. There are no sacred cows, everyone is on the chopping block, and after today, this squad will resemble a completely new team and franchise. The first 2 episodes allowed me to discover the conflict areas between my philosophy and what this team has to offer. And so that means that these Orlando Magic are going to renew an emphasis on defense, run the fast break, pass the ball early and often, and shoot the 3. And so today, first and foremost, we're going to make a switch to more of a European style philosophy, and we're going to shift to the Spurs playbook. But it's going to take a lot more than a philosophy change to make a difference. And so as things get dirty and feelings start to get hurt, that means guys like Alfred, Payton, Shabaz, Napier, they're both going to be gone and no longer in the point guard mix. So I'm going to take my shooting guard Victor Oladipo and move him over to the point guard position as a guy that can penetrate and hit the 3. He's exactly what I'm looking for, combined with his stellar defense on the perimeter. He's exactly what I'm looking for as an in-house option to fill the point position. But that's obviously going to leave a hole at the shooting guard spot, so what that means is I'm going to make a move to bump up Hezonja to fill the void left by Oladipo. And while he may not be a superstar, I believe in his potential, and I also love his outside shooting game enough to elevate him to that spot for the time being. And one of the reasons why I'm comfortable doing that is because Tobias Harris is out the door, and in his place is Chris Middleton, an excellent outside scorer, along with Terrence Ross, 2 guys who I've gone out and obtained through trades. In doing so, I've upgraded my perimeter defense substantially, along with a huge boost in my 3-point shooting potential. These guys can score and play great team basketball. And so as we round out this team, looking at the post, our main guy down low is going to be Nikola Vuchovic. But the thing is that I don't necessarily like him as a center. His defense is just not good enough, and his rebounding isn't quite there either. However, his pick and roll and his mid-range shooting game are exactly what I like in a power forward. And in other words, he's what I see as a poor man's Dirk Nowitzki. And unfortunately for Aaron Gordon, that means that he is out the door. And as a replacement down low at center, I seek out Jonas Valanciunas to fill the spot that's remaining down low. A great big man that can defend and rebound, and I don't really need him to score a lot. I think he's going to fill that role nicely. And so you see, through a couple of drop players who are inconsequential from the bench and some big trades that maybe wouldn't make the front headlines of your local newspaper, but either way, these Orlando Magic have a new look and feel to them that will hopefully bump them up defensively from one of the worst teams in the league, and also help them out on offense as well, as we shift our way and improve in each area to see ourselves climb up to a 72 overall squad. And so we're remarkably better already on defense and offensively just on paper, and it shows in a nice simulated victory over the Milwaukee Bucks. But the thing we got to find out next is how does this team and new playbook and philosophy all come together on the hardwood. And so here's a little gameplay action of the next game, taking on the Boston Celtics in the Garden. And a score of 92-76 paints a perfect picture of what's going on as we execute the offense also to perfection. And this game, while it looks nice, it's also significant in the fact that Boston is rated as about a 72, just like Orlando is now after all of those recent transactions. And so the Boston Celtics playing about 500 balls so far in the season. Orlando obviously much less than that at this point. But what it tells me is when it comes to the simulations, when it comes to the gameplay, we should have a reasonable shot at finishing the season close to, or possibly even better than, a 500 record when it's all said and done. But there's still a lot of season left to play. We've got a lot of ground to make up before the playoffs can become a reality. And when it's all said and done, hopefully this overhaul will have an immediate impact, not just a long-term, but also a short-term in this season impact. Because as I stated from the top, it's going to take radical changes. And while we've tried to build and win, while using plenty of guys from within the system, we've shifted them around and we've gone out and we've moved some pieces, made some trades, given up some draft picks, gained a couple draft picks along the way, all for the sake of trying to win as soon as possible. And I think it is a realistic goal. And as you'll see now, one of the things that I really liked about how we played this game is the way that the love was shared. Look at all those guys in double digits scoring, rebounders rebounding the ball. We've got everybody sharing the rock, getting plenty of assists all over the place. This is not a team built on the superstar. Any man can be the star on any given night. It doesn't matter if you're on the bench, if you're a starter, you're an important piece to the success of the future of this franchise. So I'm excited. I hope you're excited about what's to come. We've got a long ways to go, but it looks like we might be headed in the right direction for once. Thanks for joining me today. Click the video in the middle of the screen to catch past action of my Orlando Magic on 2K16, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos coming your way.